All right, we've re-established contact, so let's take you back to our interview with the spokesperson for the Ministry of Higher Education, and we're talking about the placing of UNISA under administration and where to next, given various legal action. So Ishmael Mnisi is the spokesperson and joining us now to shed more light on some of the latest developments and the installation of University Administrator, Professor Ihron Rensburg. Thank you very much, Ishmael. I'm glad we've got you back. So I was just trying to clarify. UNISA says you're in contempt of a 6th October court order. That's by Judge Adams, which ordered the minister not to take any decisions, regarding this issue of placing the institution under administration. Where does this action sit in relation to that one? Are we continuing to have bad luck? Ishmael, can you hear me?
I can hear you very well, Iman.
All right, go ahead. I'm so sorry about that. All right, let's get straight into it. Go ahead, Ishmael.
Well, I was saying that, Iman, we, as the department, we have applied through the court for the court to set aside the decision of the 6th of October in which the department was requested by the court to set aside, to not act before such a decision by this court, or before the court has actually set a date for the appearance of the department to hear this case. Now, the minister has appealed the decision, which granted the department opportunity to proceed with its decision to place UNISA under administration. Now, as far as we are concerned, that decision of the 6th of October, it has been set aside, and there is no legal basis for the minister not to take a decision currently to deal with issues that affect UNISA. This is why we have gazetted on the 27th of October a resolution to appoint the administrator. As you have said, Professor Rensburg has been appointed and council has been dissolved.
Right.
And this
just
is where we are
Ishmael,
currently.
Just on the technicality, so that appeal that the minister made to the 6th October decision, was it granted?
Yes.
Okay.
So what has happened is that we have made an appeal. There are still certain legal proceedings that we are still undergoing currently. However, remember, when an appeal is being made, Iman, it is substantively set aside whatever the decision. Then you will argue in court details of the substantive details of why the court completely must not even bring back that appeal. So it is now what UNISA has done by going to court to actually stop us, or court from granting us finally the appeal to set aside completely that decision by the judge. So where we are standing at the moment, nothing precludes the minister from taking any decision that affects UNISA on the matters that have been found by both by the assessor's report and the ministerial task team.
All right. So Professor Rensburg will stay in place for a period of 12 months. He will make various observations and determinations, submit a report to the minister 30 days after that 12-month period ends, and then you'll see the way forward from there. In the meantime, Ishmael, a lot of questions are being raised by the student community around two issues that we see emerging. What is the effect on qualifications? And also, what your message is to students who are currently writing exams in the middle of the storm?
Well, firstly, Iman, the administrator will stay for the period of 24 months. So it's 2 years. It's not 12 months.
24 months, yes.
Yes, it's 24 months. So we expect of the administrator instantly to restore good corporate governance at UNISA and stabilize the institution for it to be able to do its work. And its work involves the management of all student-related issues, including ensuring that UNISA continues continues to manage the examinations which are currently taking place, the marking of all the scripts of students, and also preparing the institution for the 2024 academic year. Now, that is the immediate task that the administrator must ensure. Secondly, the administrator would ensure that he implements all the decisions of the assessor's report and the ministerial task team. Now, that report, it's in two phases. There are issues that relates to the governance of the university, that talks to the issues of the council. Now that the administrator is council himself, we expect that all issues that have been raised about governance must be resolved, including the formulation of policies which are in line with the fourth industrial revolution, as UNISA is a distance education institution. So we expect that those issues of governance are dealt with, and that he provides the necessary oversight over the executive management of the university. Secondly, he must ensure that the management of that university does its work, from the VC to the deputy VCs and everybody that works for the UNISA. The administrator must inspire hope and rally all the employees of UNISA to work to make UNISA an institution that we want it to be. So we expect that he must do so in no time. And lastly, obviously, to make sure that where instances of maladministration, corruption have been found, he must, without any fear or favor, take decisions by either suspending those who are involved and by involving law enforcement agencies such as the SIU and the Hawks.
All right, Ishmael, so really quick one then. Just to conclude, and if you can indulge me with a really swift answer on this, we're out of time, is the matter in effect is now in suspense. You're waiting the outcome of that appeal, whether or not the earlier order is going to stand or not. What is your game plan should the court come back and say that this, the placing of administration was premature?
Our take is that the implementation of those recommendations of the assessor's report and the MTT must be implemented. Minister Nzimande respects the rule of the law, and he will abide by whatever decision that ultimately comes out of the courts. And when an opportunity arises, should the court say that we took a decision prematurely, we will still make sure that UNISA is governance issues are addressed through the administrator. So we are not impatient with the courts or with any other process for that matter. Our concern is to get UNISA working. And for it to work, all those recommendations must be implemented.
Ishmael, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate your time. That was Higher Education and Training Spokesperson Ishmael Mnisi.